Blake, how did you get into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so I got into entrepreneurship because I left corporate America in 2019. I've been out of college for 5 years, and what I was doing, I no longer wanted to do because I was spending lots of hours working and missing events at home with my family. And that's just not something that I wanted to be doing.
So it sounds like one of the benefits of entrepreneurship is control over your own time.
Absolutely. Yes. Controlling my time and sticking to a schedule that I want to be doing and enjoying my time with my family is what's most important to me.
Love it. Love it. So this is the Fearless Climbers Business Show, and I'm your business coach and host, Kathleen Reese Jubenville. And today I'm talking with Blake Hatton, the owner of Hatton Solutions. Blake, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So I'd like to know who your ideal client is.
Yeah, my ideal client is somebody who is a solopreneur, somebody who is running their business. They could just be starting their business, or they could have been in business for say 10 years. It's somebody who's looking to get organized in their business and also with organization, also implement automation so they can make their life easier. And so just like for my business, how I left the corporate world, I want the same thing for your own personal business so you can do the work that you want to be doing and not be spending it doing things that you don't want to be doing.
Those systems and automation, they're so critical to being able to even scale your business, or you just end up spending so much time looking for an email you lost.
Correct. Yeah, yeah, that's the basic starting thing is making sure that your email is organized with the proper emails to subscribe from and stuff archived and all the folders and filters. So that's a number one tip to go with.
Hmm. What are some of the other problems that you help people solve?
Yeah, so making sure that people have their calendar is organized. They're not missing meetings because you miss a meeting with a potential client, and you have the opportunity to lose revenue there.
Yeah.
You're making sure that their onboarding process is taken care of. So I use a CRM called Dubsado, and you can get your onboarding process completely automated by putting automation built in. So there is no more sending manual contracts, manual invoices. Everything can be automated from behind the scenes.
Dubsado is such a powerful tool. I've heard so many of my clients use Dubsado and they just rave about it.
It's a one-to-one client ratio with somebody, and so it's you just go in and you build out what you want, and it's customized for you, and everything that you do in there is built exactly how you want it to be. Being able to send somebody a canned email that's just been copy and pasted over and over is so nice versus having to go in and do it manually every single time.
Oh, yeah, that's so stressful. And when they have these kind of problems where they get disorganized, like what are some of the pains, the biggest emotions that they're having, the feelings that they're having when they finally reach out to work with you?
Yeah, the biggest thing is they've come to the point and they've realized where they're at is no longer where they want to be at. They've decided that, hey, I can't do this myself any longer, and I don't want to do it by myself any longer because I've tried and I've failed countless times over and over. So at this time, so at this point, they're looking just to hire somebody to come in there, work side by side with them to implement all these new procedures and processes into their business so they can take it from where it's at to ultimately where they want it to go to.
I was thinking about why is it not fair that they're having trouble getting organized? Does it have to do with they're more creative than structured, or what are some of the reasons
Yeah.
why it's not fair that they're not more organized?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I was there talking to somebody about on a call this the other day and how everybody's wired differently.
Yeah.
Everybody is good at certain things. Everybody's bad at certain things, unfortunately. And so some people can be very creative, but also when it comes to being creative, they struggle with, say, like with the organization and keeping things followed how they're supposed to go from A to B to C. They want to go from A to, say, E or F. They want to just jump things. But if you don't build that foundation first of what you want to do, then ultimately what you set up is ultimately going to fail. So people have different things that they're good at, and some people have better things that they're better at than others. And so coming in and helping somebody who's creative and has a creative mind to get them to where they want to go is what I like to do.
How do you specifically help them? What are the different things that you specifically do to help them solve their problems?
So I just take them through a process and ask them questions and where their pain points are at. And I've identified um, around 10 areas where I think people have the most pain points at, and that's what I come in and help them do. I start at the top and work my way down the list, and we identify those pains that they have in their business, and we try to work on those problems to get them fixed for them.
And so, Blake, what are some qualifications that you have to be able to help them with this? Is it a personality thing? Have you done some training, or you just deep dived into some of this software? What are some of the reasons? What qualifies you to help people solve their problems?
Yeah, so these are the same steps that I've implemented into my business as a solopreneur. The things that I struggle with in the beginning of my business is the same things that I'm going to help them get their biggest organized. So what was the struggle with me was email stuff. I got that figured out. My client onboarding process was all over the place, and so the same things I'm helping people do is the same things I've done in my business and have seen great results with. So I've tried this stuff firsthand, and it can completely change your business.
I love that, Blake. And I love it for two reasons. One, because obviously you have the knowledge to be able to help, but also, I should say, the experience and the knowledge. And also, it's a great way for somebody to build their business. Like, okay, whatever problems you've solved, now you can help other people with that. So there's a lot of people out there that struggle about what to consult on, or what to coach on or train on. And it really has to do with what you've experienced in your own life and how that story can be used to help other people. So
yes,
if you were going to give one piece of advice to a new business owner, what would you tell them?
The biggest thing I would say is to enjoy the process of what you're building. Because if you build something that you don't enjoy, then you're not going to keep doing it long term. So with whatever you're doing, fall in love with what you're doing, and as your business grows, you're gonna want to wake up every single day and work in your business versus waking up and regretting what you built.
Yeah, for sure. Which is also another reason, if you're switching out of corporate, you want to be able to
Correct.
be excited when you wake up in the morning. So, Blake, if somebody wants to get connected with you and find out how you can help them, what can they do?
Yeah, they can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. I try to post twice a day. Also, go to my website, hattonsolutions.net, and I have started writing a weekly newsletter, so we can connect that way as well too.
And also, there's a link to schedule a discovery call with Blake. I'll post that below the video that you're watching today. And so, Blake, thanks again for being here today. And to all of you who are watching, thank you so much. Be sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss any of our small business success strategies, and click on the links below for more helpful free resources.
Thank you.